Okay, how's it going, everybody? Back with another drawing. I do some watercolors. Halloween theme. I got my clean bucket of water and what will be my dirty bucket of water, and the trusty used paper towel of all the watercolors. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna draw a little skeleton trick-or-treater, Grim Reaper trick-or-treater guy. Let's see. We can do this if it looks right, or is it just gonna look bad? I'm most worried about the hands. And yeah, I think I used way too much water on the last time I did watercolors, and some parts look cool, some parts looked a little messed up, but this time hopefully I'll get the texture I'm looking for with the watercolors. And I'm skipping the pencil part. I'm just going straight to the pen. Alright, we've already messed up. It's okay. The hood will come out okay in the end. My little practice one's off to the side here, but I'm just gonna keep it moving, even though that's already ruined. Just kidding, it looks fine. Yeah, I just figured do something a little quick, because last time I was doing these watercolor videos, they ended up taking much longer than I was expecting. So let's get his little, looks like his thumb, and he's got a weird hand. That's okay. See Grim Reaper without, he's grabbing it very strangely, but that doesn't matter. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I need to get better at speaking while I do this and not just drawing, or maybe I should just be drawing. You can enjoy it and not have to hear my voice. Either way, maybe I should have waited on doing that side so I can get my hand over here without smudging. But let's continue. I've already messed up one hand. We'll see if we can get the other the way it should be. Let's see. He's gonna have like a little fist going right here. There's the thumb again. Okay. Not great, but it's something. Better than the other hand, perhaps. Let's get his feet going. They're just sticking out of his cloak. Something like that. Okay. We're moving much quicker this time, which is a good thing. Let's get his candy bucket as well, because he's trick-or-treating. And it's going to be a happy little candy bucket. It's empty for now. Okay. Now that that's done, we're going to start watercoloring this. And I won't use as much water, but I am going to do wet on wet again. Maybe this isn't the best. I'm going to go back to my old reliable brush that came with the palette here, and we're going to get the inside of his hood, which is going to be its own color. So let's start by making it look like I'm not doing anything by putting water on the page. This one kind of looks better than this one, but that's okay. I started recording and I'm not restarting. We'll see how it looks in the end. And it'll be fine. Or maybe it won't. I think I fixed the issue of I was recording in stereo when I should have been recording mono. Because there's no other sound usually in the videos, so it should be coming out of both speakers, not just the one. Alright, yeah, so there's a lot of water on the page here, but that's okay. I'll make note not to do that again. There's of course a brush hair is always getting in here. But we're gonna get the inside of it's gonna be this nice light purple. I don't know if I don't want to go any darker than this because this is kind of this is how I want it to look when it dries. I think it'll look good. And hopefully it dries well. Okay, nice. Moving on. Let's make sure this is clean. We're gonna get some. Maybe we'll just do. I'll leave the eyes dry and see how that looks, because we are going to give him some glowing red eyes. Or just like one glowing thing inside his eyes. And the rest will be black. Can we get it a little redder? There we go. It just stays right there. Clean this off. Let's see if we can absorb some of this. Let's just leave it. It looks good. Okay, moving on. Let's try his candy bucket. We'll try a different brush here and I won't make it as wet. Let's make sure that's clean. The brush will be clean before we use it. And not too much water. Let's just get it down. Yeah, I guess the brush wasn't clean because there's a slight bit of color here, but we're gonna make this orange. Just gonna be a little pumpkin bucket thing. Just gonna put a candy corn on it, but that's just, I was getting too complicated trying to make something simple and kind of just show off the texture of the watercolor that I'm trying to get. I messed up the hands looking at these now, but we're just moving forward with it. I'm prepared to move forward with it if you are. Is this orange enough? I think it might be. Try to make the inside of the bowl a little bit darker. See if we can do that. Or just a brighter orange, I guess. Here we go. Clean this up best we can. That's what the clean bucket is for. As you can see, we already got some color change on this. I also got my blue kyanite. Just some pencil and the scrap paper I was using before to add some stuff to the scene of this. And I guess let's do the scythe. Let's start with the scythe. We will try to, yeah, we're gonna make it a nice brown. I mean, the shaft is gonna be brown, or the handle, I don't know what part of that is called. I think it's the shaft. And then we're gonna try to do a light black, or a very, very watery black to get a gray for the blade. Let's see how it goes. And I don't know yet if I'll try to do like a yellow white for the skull parts. Maybe I should. A yellow, white. Maybe we need a little more brown here. Doing dry on wet. Okay, that's very brown. Too dark, but maybe we can spread that around. But like an off-white for the skull and hand parts. Maybe that's just right, and I need more brown at the top here. Let's see. Let's try to scoop this up. This brush does a pretty good job at absorbing water when we need it. Alright, let's see. Can it be too much or just, no, not enough. Taking it off my finger. Right, here we go. We got that going. And I think it's time to start doing black, and then we'll do the white, yellow last. Yeah, I think so. We will wet everything for his cloak here. It's just going to be all black. Use this brush. And hopefully we don't mess it up. Alright, I don't want it too wet, but a decent amount wet. Using my hand instead of the paper towel up there. But that's okay. As long as you're having fun. And it looks like that little bit of his sleeve there probably should be purple to match the rest of the inside of his cloak. We hold off on going up there just yet while we wet the rest of this. Not too wet, but we want the black to kind of be light and textured. So here, let's see what happens. Let's get this going. I'm gonna just go ahead and use the big brush. Be brave and use the big brush and dye our dirty water cup black. You probably can't see the cat eye in there anymore. Using a cup coaster, just a coaster. Protect the table. Just respect wood here. And that's not black enough at all. Here we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Want this to swirl around real nice, like. And make just like a cool cloak texture. I like the little dark spots, so see if we can keep those and get in other places too. Yeah, so these brushes lose their bristles like crazy. That's okay. Just adds to the texture of what we're doing. Alright, I think we use a different brush at this point because this is too big. But I do like the consistency. I'll go back to my old reliable one right here. Make sure it's not too black. And continue on. It's got some brown in it. Let's make sure that's really clean. Yeah, that's, here we go. Alright, so let's see if we can continue on. There we go. It's looking nice. Brown spot's fine. I'll add like a drop of water. Yeah, let's just spread that out. I don't want you see like too thick of a texture of this. But anyway, he's coming along nicely. Do my best to stay within the lines. Hopefully the ink acts as like a barrier. Doesn't always though. Sometimes it will just do its own thing and the outline acting as barrier, and then the watercolor just goes everywhere. Is paint technically ink? I don't know. What's the difference? Would you give this guy candy if he came to your door? The thing you gotta keep in mind is he maybe if you touch him, you know, that might be the end of you because he is the Grim Reaper. So you gotta be wary of that. Okay, that's really dark. Spread this out. We kind of saved it. Kinda. Not sure we still have a really dark. We just add more water. That can help us. Alright, I think so. Let's get the hood here. It's gonna be kind of tough. Let's see. Here's a delicate hand. Not just get black over everything else and then ruin it. Anyway. Alright, we're doing pretty well. Pretty well so far. There we go. And I think we will, yeah, we're gonna do a really dark black for the eyeballs, nose, and teeth, even though it doesn't really make sense, but I color in the teeth. Maybe they're just missing, that's why they're black. Because the teeth should be there. But hopefully this brush is what I'm looking for. And here we go. I think it can even be a little darker. Yeah, that's what yeah, it's kind of got glowing eyes like Dust Skull, the Pokemon Dust Skull. If you're familiar, he kind of has like the one red light behind his little skull mask. This guy's coming along nicely. In my opinion. Seems like we need more red at the edge right there. We'll do that at the very end. Let's see if we can get a nice gray down on this. We're only going to use just water, and hopefully there's this amount of paint, and you get a gray. Doesn't really matter if it blends in with the rest of his suit because it's far enough away, but it's looking pretty gray. Grayish. Yeah, I don't know, did this... The head kind of came out good. Okay. And now let's just do a yellow. We'll just do a yellow white. Oh, what the heck? It's looking green right now. Maybe they're just green. I don't know how you're supposed to prevent this from making a mess, but it's okay. I'll start using my clean bucket because I think we're just about done here. Make sure it's not too watery. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we got it. I don't know if we do. Might be really thick paint, but that could be okay too. It's like too yellow. See if we can get back to the white. Use a bigger brush to try to clean this off. Just get more colors on here. Alright, let's see. Let's try to make a quicker video, but it still ends up taking a while. I guess, you know, you can't rush stuff. Rush this. Amateur art. You have to be very patient. Or you can just blast through it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's so yellow. Okay. This is kind of more what I was hoping for. This color up here on the skull. Nope. Should have waited a little longer. Go in there and messing that all up. See if we can get this hand. And is there anything we can do about this hand? No. So can I dab it a little bit? Maybe you can get like a little white on there. Alright, it's fine. And let's see if we can just put the tiniest touch of purple on the sleeve. Sorry, too big of a drip I can see. So let's take some of that off. Just a little dab. There we go. And he's done. You can trick-or-treating at your door. So stay tuned for the next one. Be doing more videos like this. Yeah, maybe I'll make it a short, maybe not. Keep an eye out for that, but you can just listen to the rantings of essentially nothing while I paint this. So that's it. See you in the next one.